Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we will discuss scalar field, gradient of scalar function or scalar field. Then we will discuss vector field and gradient of vector field. After that, divergence of vector field and divergence of tensor field. Let phi r be a scalar valued function of a position vector r. That for each r we have a scalar value which will come from phi of r. So we can say that phi r describes a scalar field, that it makes a scalar field. So associated with this scalar field phi of r, we have a gradient of phi, del phi. That we can define with this phi a vector field which is called gradient of this scalar function phi. Basically it is a field, scalar field. So how can we define this del phi? We will define the del phi, then we will find its components, because it is vector, so we will find its components. It will have 3 components, so we will find those 3 components with the help of its definition. So we had equation number 1 is the definition of this vector field, gradient of phi. What does this say? Equation number 1, it says that gradient of scalar function phi at any point r is a vector in such a way that when we take its dot product with this dr, it will give us difference of the value of this phi at 2 neighboring points, r plus dr and r. So we can write this is the difference of scalar value of phi at r plus dr and r. So we will denote this d phi. So as dr is a vector, so we can denote magnitude with magnitude of dr. After dividing this by its magnitude, we can have from equation number 1 equation number 2, d phi over dr equals to del phi dot e. Now what does this say? Equation number 2, it is telling that component of del phi in the direction of e simply gives the rate of change of phi in that direction. Component of this vector del phi in this direction is simply the rate of change of phi in this direction. This is simply basically the definition of directional derivative. This is the directional derivative, the derivative of phi in the direction e. If you want to study the directional derivative, you can consult any book of calculus, from where you can have more material about directional derivative. So this is the rate of change of phi in direction e. So basically we have 3 directions, e1, e2, e3. Then we can write components of del phi in the direction e1, which is basically d phi by dr in the direction e1 can be defined partial phi partial x1 partial phi partial x1 del phi dot e1 derivative of phi in direction e1, which is basically partial phi partial x1. Here we are using partial because phi is a function of three variables, x1, x2 and x3. So we can write this first component. Then similarly second component del phi dot e2, that will be partial phi partial x2 second component, and in the same way we have third component partial phi partial x3. This is the derivative of phi in direction e3 is given by partial phi partial x3. So we can write it as this is a vector, so we can write first component e1 plus second component e2 plus third component e3 partial phi x1 plus e1 plus partial phi x2 e2 plus partial phi x3 e3. Now this was the gradient of scalar function. Phi was scalar, gradient of scalar. Now we will define vector field, then gradient of vector field. This is the first time maybe you are going to define the gradient of a vector field, gradient of vector. In your previous classes you have defined gradient of scalar but not vector. Here we will define gradient of vector. Let's see how we will define this. Suppose we have vector field v as a function of position vector r. Exactly in the same way as we were saying in the scalar field, that phi of r is a scalar valued function of position vector r, and where we have said associated with that scalar we have vector field. Here we will say associated with this vector field v of r we have tensor field. Now we are moving one step ahead. As in case of phi that was scalar, we have said that for phi of r we have vector field del phi. Here we will say that for vector v of r we will have tensor field, and we will denote this tensor gradient of r, gradient of v, vector v. This is tensor field. Now how we will define this tensor field? We will define this tensor field in exactly the similar fashion as we have defined the gradient of phi. Here gradient of vector, where we have taken gradient of phi dot product of gradient of phi with dr. Now here, as we are seeing that this is a tensor, it is defined to be a tensor. So what does a tensor do? Tensor always we apply the tensor on a vector. So tensor is applying del v is a tensor, and we are applying this on a vector dr, exactly the same way that we have a tensor t and a vector a. We apply t on a and we have t a is equal to b. Here what we have, that this del v, when we apply this del v, when we apply this del v on dr, we have this difference of value of this vector field at this point r plus dr and r, and we are denoting this difference dv. And exactly the same that we have divided this magnitude and we have e. What is e dr, or unit vector in the direction of dr. Now this is the rate of change of v in the direction e. Now what does this equation number 4 tells us? It is telling us that second order tensor del v, second order tensor gradient of v transforms e, where in the definition we say that T transform T transforms A into B. Here what we say that del gradient of V transforming E into a vector describing, then that vector describes that rate of change of V in that direction. That this tensor is transforming this unit vector E into the vector, and that vector describes the rate of change of V in that direction. Which direction? E direction. We can write dV by dr in the E1 direction. It would be partial V partial x1 del gradient of V E1 gradient of V E2 E2 direction partial V partial x2, then E3 direction. Now in similar way, where we in case of gradient of phi we have found 3 components of vector del phi. Now here, as we are saying that gradient of V is a second order tensor, so there would be 9 components for this second order tensor, and we will have to find those 9 components with the help of this definition. So this is the definition of basically ijth components of tensor T. So Eij equals to Ei dot Tej. So there would be 9 components of this tensor. First will be 1 1. What is the 1 1? 1 1 will be E1 dot, instead of T we have gradient of V E1, and when this gradient of V applies on E1, it gives us partial V partial V partial x1, this one. Partial V partial, we can write this in this way partial x1 E1 dot E1 dot V. So you know that what does this V dot E1 give? It gives us V dot E1 V1. Here V is vector, here V1 is the first component of vector V. So first component of our tensor is partial V1 partial x1. Similarly, second component V1 gradient of VE2, it would be partial V partial x2. We can write this as it will be V1 again. Then third component, so in general we can write this ijth component. We can also derive these components with the in this way also. Generally put here instead of T gradient of V, so we have this one simply. So this gradient of V Ej will transform Ej as partial V partial xj, and we can write this partial xj Ei dot V. So this Ei dot V will give us Vi. So ijth component of gradient of V is partial Vi partial xj. So we can write this tensor in its components form as del V1 first component, second component, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. First is partial V1 x1 partial V1 x2 partial V1 x3 partial V2 x1 partial V2 x2 partial V2 x3. Then the seventh, eighth and ninth components. So for example, if we have this is the gradient of vector field V, that if you have vector V, then you can define its gradient with the help of this 3 by 3 matrix, that gradient of vector will be a second order tensor. And you know that gradient of phi is a vector, phi is scalar, and v is vector, gradient of v is a second order tensor. Suppose, for example, you have a vector field v, x1 x1 x2 e1 plus x1 x3 is x3 square e2 plus x2 x3 e3. By changing these values of x1 x2 x3, you will have different vectors and you will have a vector field. Here v1 is this, v2 is this, and v3 is this. Now if you are asked to find the gradient of this vector field v, you need to find these 9 components: partial v1, partial x1, partial v1, partial x2, partial v1, partial x3, partial v2, partial x1, partial v2, partial x2, partial v2, partial x3. Partial v2, partial x3, so here will be 2x1, I think 2x1 x3 instead of this x2. Here partial v3 x1, partial v3 x2, partial v3 x3. So please correct this. Here would be partial v2, partial x3, that will give us 2x1 x3, not x2. Here will be 2x1 x3. Now we will define divergence of a vector field and divergence of a tensor field. We have already defined divergence of vector field, but you did not define divergence of tensor field. What does this divergence do? When you will take divergence of vector, you will have a scalar. Here we are defining, if v are vector field, then divergence of v is defined to be the scalar field. It will give you scalar given by the trace of gradient of v. This is basically this thing. Trace. What is the trace of gradient of v? Trace of, you can see that partial v1 x1 plus partial v2 x2 plus partial v3 x3, simply the divergence of v, trace of gradient of v. And we can write this thing as partial vm partial x1, equation number 6, divergence of v. Now you can see that when you take divergence of vector field v, you will have a scalar. No, what are you expecting? We are expecting that divergence of t should be a vector. As we have said that phi is scalar, gradient of phi is a vector, and if v is a vector, gradient of v is a second order tensor. Phi is a scalar, gradient of phi is first order tensor, a vector. V is a vector, gradient of v is a second order tensor. Now here v is a vector, divergence of v is a scalar, one step down. Order is reducing. Previously order is increasing. Phi is a scalar, zeroth order. Gradient of phi is a vector, first order tensor. V is a vector, first order tensor. Gradient of v is a second order tensor, from first to second, 0 to first, first to second, first to second. Here if v is a vector, divergence of v will give you a scalar, first order tensor to zeroth order tensor, decreasing. Now if you will take divergence of tensor, then it should be a first order vector. The result should be a first order vector. Divergence of vector is a scalar, zeroth order tensor, and divergence of first order tensor, that is basically vector, is a zeroth order tensor scalar, and divergence of a second order tensor will give you a first order tensor, that will be a vector. So what we will do, we will have to find its components. Because it is a vector, so we will find its components. How we will find these components? Let's see. Suppose T or B of tensor field, then divergence of T. How we will define this divergence of T. Divergence of T is defined to be a vector field. It is a vector field, and we are denoting this by this divergence of T, such that when we will take its dot product with any vector A, then result will be this: divergence of transpose of T A minus trace of this product, trace of this product. Left side is a scalar, dot, this is vector, result is a scalar, and as divergence of vector, this is vector basically. This is vector and this is tensor. When tensor transforms this vector A into another vector, so divergence of that vector, it is a scalar minus trace of any 3x3 matrix, this product. This is 3x3, this is again 3x3, so you will have to simply take the product. So trace of that product. So scalar minus scalar equals to scalar. So we will find this 10 vector components of this vector V. This vector divergence of T. So let us denote this vector by B. V is the divergence of T. So if you have vector B, then its any ith component can be written as Bi equals to B dot Ei. Now as B is divergence of T, so it would be divergence of T dot Ei. Now here we will use the definition of divergence of T, that how we have defined this divergence of T as divergence of T with any vector A. Divergence of T dot product Ei will be divergence of transpose of T Ei. Instead of A, we will write Ei minus trace of T of T and gradient of Ei. So this will be 0. Gradient of Ei will be 0, because you can see that gradient of vector V is second order tensor. If I is 1, then gradient of E1 is a vector whose components are 1 0 0. So first component of this gradient of E1 will be partial E1 with respect to x1. E1 is partial 1. First components of E1 is 1, partial 1 constants. All the components are constants, so derivative will be 0. So we will have 0 matrix. No need to find E1, E2, E3. So in general, Ei, gradient of Ei, this is fixed. Any ith vector 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1. So if this is 0, then it means that this product is 0, and this product is 0, so its trace will be 0. So we are left with only this divergence of this. This is tensor, and we are transforming this Ei with the help of this tensor. This is transpose of any tensor. If you have simple tensor T, then Tei equals to, if you remember from your first or second or third lecture, I think, Tei equals to Tji. T JI EI, TEI equals to TJI, sorry, EJ. And if the transpose, then that will be TIJ EJ, TIJ EJ. So here we are using, instead of JM, TIM EM. Basically you can write TIJ EJ. So divergence of vector, this is vector. So this components is, if I is 1, then it will be V1 equals to divergence of T1M EM. So there are three components, T1 plus E1 plus T12 E2 plus T13 E3. So three components, T11 T12 T13. So simply their derivative will be the divergence, as divergence of V. First component is V1, second is V2, third is V3, partial V1 partial x1 plus partial V2 partial x2 plus partial V3 partial x3, and so we can write that partial Vm partial xm. Here components are Ti1 Ti2 Ti3, partial Ti1 partial x1 plus partial Ti2 partial x2 plus partial Ti3 partial x3. So we can write partial Tim partial xm. So we can write, these are the Bi, these are the components of vector B. Basically these are the components of divergence of T. So we can write vector as B is equal to Bi Ei. So we can use this Bi T partial Tim partial xm Ei. This is the vector divergence of T. And divergence of V is a scalar, V vector, divergence of V is scalar, partial Vm partial xm. T is a tensor, divergence of T is a vector, and it has three components, B1, B2 and B3. This was the today's lecture. We will discuss this in tomorrow lecture on 10 AM inshallah. Thank you so much.